bread and water and that. And then another one, I had 2 submarines and a deck court-martial. The 2 submarines are the middle one, and the deck court-martial is the small one. That's when your own captain can give you something, put you in the brig. But otherwise, other than that, you have to go before your colonel and you have to have a trial,
So, like, what was it? You were a tough guy or what? I mean, I know you're tough.
No, I was just a kid, didn't know where I was. First time out of Chelsea.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. And every time I went out, I got sick.
It was freedom.
Yeah.
Did you get to call home? Like, did you call your
That
mother?
was another thing.
Or what?
One day, you go to the barracks, and they said, the colonel wants to see you. Get the hell out of here. They said, the colonel, come over to the loudspeaker. The colonel wants to see you in his office. I don't know what it's all about. I said, well, let me go down. I go down there, and I salute and introduce myself, And he says to me, sit down. So I sat down at his desk. He reached over, got a pad of paper, got a pen, and said, write a letter home. See, you haven't written a letter in 2.5 years. You were so when I got after me. Because some of my family must have said, didn't know where I was. And stuff, So I had to write the letter home and hand it to him so he could mail it.
Wow. Imagine that they got contacted to know that you weren't in contact with any of them.
Yeah, right.
Where's that letter, Dad? Wouldn't you love to see that letter?
Leave me alone.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Yeah, what do you think you wrote? Think back, Dad. Think back. What do you think you wrote on the letter?
Do you think I wrote?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
All is well.
All is well.
Yeah, I used to
I'm getting drunk every night
I used to write
in the
to them
brig.
once in a while, like when I went in the brig. I used to write to them as PB3. That meant post-brig tree. But they didn't know that.
You mean, are you, yeah, so you didn't sign it, your name? I
I signed it. I wrote like one letter.
but they didn't know you
Yeah.
were in the brig.
No, my family didn't know.
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
He didn't say break. Yeah.
I said if they wanted to write back, they'd put PB3.
That's funny.
Uh-huh.
You're coding, Laurie.
Oh, that was the address. Post Brig 3.
Oh.
I had quite an experience.
Yeah, well, it sounds like you did a lot.
Used to see the planes come in. The hook would grab, and the plane would go right over the side. 2 guys would come running out with like an electric shear.
Cut
the cable. The plane would go over the side and would still be going. Because we were picking up the planes were landing. You couldn't stop the operation.
Wow.
So now they send
to get the guy out of
2
the
or
water.
3 guys out with a boat.
Yeah.
Send the boat out, see if they can find the guy.
Oh, man. That doesn't sound like
Yeah,
many.
you've seen that, how that works? There's a big thick cable they stretch across the carrier,
Yeah.
and then the plane comes flying in,
Yeah.
and it has a hook, and it has to grab that cable, going really fast,
And that
and
cable
then it stops.
That cable when he's going and it's hooked, It goes like this.
Yeah, it just points. Yeah,
And then it pulls them back.
it pulls them back.
Okay.
Like they're flying
shuts
really
off the
fast.
But where are they supposed to land once they hook it?
They're on the carrier. Like
Right
if
on
this
the
is
carrier.
the if this is the carrier.
And you're saying some of the times they just
yeah,
went over?
sometimes they don't.
Sometimes
They miss
the
the hook.
cable slips down and goes over.
Yeah,
Goes over the side.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's
pretty.
real interesting when you see how they do it. They have to, because a plane has to land on a ship,
Yeah, and they have to be jolted, stopped.
so they have
yeah.
to be stopped really quick. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that cable. Yeah.
And then when a plane lands, there's like 3-4 guys airedales. That's what they're called.
To
And
save.
they run out and they push the plane. There's
Off to the
there's
side.
a plane. There's a training. Camp Lejeune, there was advanced training. That's when they had 2 machine guns on the ground shooting over your head as you crawled underneath barbed wire, and you had to keep your gun
Yeah.
clean. You had to keep that on your arms like this as you're crawling, you know.
And you have bullets coming over your head?
Yeah, you didn't dare stick your head up. And then every once in a while they had big holes, big pits with water in them, know, from the rain and stuff. They'd put a little block of dynamite in there. And as you were crawling around, getting around it, they'd blast the dynamite.
Oh, man.
Like you were at war, you know.
Yeah. Wow. That,
Then one guy, I guess, was mad at his crew. An elevator, they push the plane on it. They go down and to
And below. Yeah.
to the deck below.
Yeah.
And that's where they be stored.
Yeah.
I had quite an experience. And then when I got off the Midway, they sent me to the barracks, and I didn't like what I was doing. So my orders came in to go to the galley as a messman. You know, serve people in the galley and the restaurant. And I got down there, and I was working. And you only can have that for a month. So when a month came, I asked the colonel or something if I could stay on, and he said, "No, you're not supposed to stay more than a month." I said, "Well, Jesus," I said, "I really like it." And you like it? 'Cause everybody hated it. It was day on and day off.
oh.
You know. So I said, "No, I'd like to be on. I'd like to get another month." And all right, we'll put you down for another month. I got 3 months out of them. Then they said, "We can't do it no more." So one of them said to me, "Do you want to become a cook?" I said, "Yeah." So I became a cook.
Just like that?
Yeah. Yeah. I
Wow.
got in the galley and
How long did that go on? Was that a real
I
permanent?
was like a trainee. But I'd go in the galley and just watch what they were doing, and they'd tell me what to do and how to make things. Then I ended up running
The mess
the
hall.
night shift. You know, getting things ready.
Because you're cooking for hundreds of people. Right? You get,
Oh, you're cooking
so
for 100,
it's all
200.
big, giant pots
Yeah,
and stuff.
100, 200.
Yeah.
That's like one time I forgot to make the coffee.
Oh, brother.
I said, "Oh, geez."
Yeah, I would be, if I was a soldier, I'd be upset at you.
The messman was serving the meals, and I said, "Oh, Jesus, I didn't make the coffee." So I rushed over, they have the steam kettles,
Okay, big
steam
giant, yeah.
kettles. They're aluminum, but they're big jobs. I got that there and I opened the faucet, filled it up with water, turned on the heat, got it boiling, threw 2 scoops of coffee in there, and I waited till the coffee grounds sunk to the bottom, and I told the messman, I said, when you get coffee, scoop it carefully from the top. And they did. And don't you think I got called into the officers' mess? They wanted to see the guy in charge, the guy.
Coffee.
So I got called in there, and he said, who made the coffee? And I did, sir. Best coffee I ever had, he said.
A mistake, and it was the best. Oh, that's funny.
Hi, Dad. I want to thank you for your service to this great country of ours and for protecting our freedom and rights. Thank you for your bravery, your courage, your strength, and your dedication to keeping all of us safe. It makes me proud to be able to say that my dad was a U.S. Marine. Thanks, Dad. I love you.
Hey, Dad. I just wanted to thank you for your service as a United States Marine. I do remember you telling me that by the time you were eligible to enlist, the war was coming to an end, and that part of your role was to get over there and help bring the troops home. And I want to thank you for that. And they're not joking when they say that your generation was and still and probably always will be the greatest generation. So thank you for your service, and I love you.
Private Citizen Al Manzioni, here to wish Corporal Dominic Manzioni a happy Veterans Day. Thank you for serving our country. Thank you for giving us the freedoms we all enjoy. And also thank you for sacrificing all you did as a dad. I salute you. I love you, Dad.
Hi, Dad. Happy Veterans Day. I was told the story by one of your brothers. I think it was Uncle Joe. I'd like to know if it's true or not true that you knocked out 3 guys in Times Square. I'd like to know if you did any great time, and I'd like to know if this was a true story. I love you, and thank you for your service.
First, I'd like to say, Dad, I love you. We would like to thank you and your generation for your service that gave us the opportunity to grow up in this great country. I would also like to thank Ma and you for how you brought up your children, instilling how important family values are. Thanks again for your service, and enjoy Nancy's masterpiece.
Hi, Dad. Happy Veterans Day. Just want to say that it was your generation that made this country what it is and gave us, my generation and everyone that followed, the best opportunity for the pursuit of happiness. And I love having that opportunity. opportunity. And I just want to say I appreciate all that you've done for me, for this country, and all that you've done your entire life. Thank you so much. Happy Veterans Day.
Hi, Dad. I loved hearing your stories of World War II and your experiences on the Midway, being a Marine and sacrificing for our country. I was proud listening to you and hearing true pieces of history in the eyes of a 17-year-old boy that turned into a soldier and became a proud Marine. You've kept the Marine conduct all your life, even with your family. Protect, honor, and love. I've always felt safe with you, Dad. I've always honored you, Dad, and I will always love you. Thank you for serving our country and being a United States Marine. Happy 2023 Veterans Day.